What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Sean here, back with another one. I just want to take the time out to say thank you to everybody that's interacting with the channel. I see y'all and I appreciate the love. I see the likes, I see the comments. In today's video, we're going to be working on the BMW E46. Going to be installing the coilovers on the car. Have the coilovers in my shed, so it's long overdue. Today we're going to be installing the coilovers on the car. Shocks that are on there right now, they're completely cooked. So we just got to swap them out for some better coilovers and then it will be good to go. As you can see, I already have the car jacked up and I have the jack stands in place. Alright, so I'm about to take over the driver's side wheel. Alright. Also need a tire for this wheel. And the rotation is wrong for this tire. The rotation is saying it's going that way. It's supposed to be going this way. But this tire is flat. Gonna have to change it regardless. Oh, I see the nail. I know why it's flat. There's a nail in it. I could probably patch that, but this tire is dry rotting, so it's not even worth it. Just get a new tire. See what we got going on right here. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I do have to change this axle on the driver's side because the boot is messed up. I think it's because of the bad struts. It was bottoming out and it caused the axle boot to cook itself. Also, the sway bar end link is also snapped. I already have a new one for both the driver's side and the passenger side. So I'm gonna be focusing on removing the spring and the strut and removing that broken sway bar end link as well. This is what I was talking about. As you can see, the sway bar end link is snapped and the axle boot is messed up, but that's not a problem for right now. As I said, I already have a replacement for the sway bar end link, and then the axle still works. It's just the boot that's cooked. Eventually I'll get a new axle, or I'll take out the axle and bring it to the rebuild shop. You have one 18mm bolt that you have to take off for the strut. Once you take that off, the whole assembly will drop down, and then you'll be able to take out the spring to remove the strut completely. You have to go inside the trunk and remove all of this. As you can see, I moved the trunk lining out the way, and now you can see the top of the strut, two 13mm. Once I take that off, everything is gonna drop down. And I already took out the 18mm for the strut, and I took out the spring. So everything is loose now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the sway bar because now I have access to it without the spring in the way. So I'm gonna take off the sway bar first and replace that before I install the new springs and strut. Everything is now disassembled. Took off the sway bar end link. That's right here. Just a 13mm top bolt and nut. You're gonna have to get something to hold the bolt while you take off the nut. Both of them is a 13, so I took that out, and now I'm going to work on putting back the new sway bar end link. I got both replacements for the sway bar end links for both sides, so I'm gonna throw this in and then start working on putting in the spring and the new strut. Alright, so I just put in the new sway bar end link. Only a 13mm top bolt, and then you have to slide it off of this and reverse your steps whenever you're going to reinstall it. Just slide this on, and then you tighten up the 13mm up top, and then you're good to go. New spring and height adjuster now put in. Already assembled the strut. Had to use some of the old pieces from the OEM strut. The top hat, this thing right here. I mean, obviously you can tell what I reused and what's brand new. I added that right there just for extra support because the OEM one is kind of bent up, so I just added that just for extra support. I will be coming back here to add the reinforcement plates for the top hats, but for right now this is what we're working with. Good to get thrown in. I'm about to put it in and tighten up the two 13mm for the top hat and put in the 18mm for the bottom. So because I don't have anybody helping me, I decided to put the 18mm in first, and then I'll have the ability to put the 13mm on, because you would need somebody to hold it while you tighten them down. So now we good. Gotta go up on the jack just a little bit, just to bring it up into seating position, as you can see, and then tighten everything down. Everything is now put back together. Everything tightened down. It's looking nice, looking real good. I tried to reuse that bottom half that came with the car because I don't want the adjuster to just be flopping around, and it's not really sitting properly, but at least it's not moving around. When I release the jack, it doesn't move. It's sturdy, so I should be good. If anything, I'll just come back here and just remove it, but that's how we're gonna run it for right now and test it out. This side is done. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Make sure it's seated properly. Walk everything in by hand. That's it for the driver's side. Now we move on to the passenger rear. So now I'm gonna take off the passenger side wheel. Limited space on this side because of the house, but I'm still gonna make it happen. This tire has a nail in it too. I was gonna change both sway bar links, but I don't feel like fighting with this one right now. I'm not even gonna lie. And there's nothing wrong with it, so I'm just gonna leave it and focus on putting the coilovers on. So same thing like the driver's side. 18mm for the strut on the bottom, and the two top bolts 13mm. So let's just get right to it. I got my 18mm with the breaker bar. Go remove the bolt. See how everything drops down? That's why I start with that, to loosen up the tension. Now everything is loose. In order to get the spring out, all you have to do is push this down and pull the spring out. Grab the spring out of the seating position, just like that. And this is the reason why I reused the bottom piece on the other side, because this is how it is from the factory. So I don't want to lose any, OEM integrity. So I'm just trying to put it back how I found it. But yeah, it's that simple to remove the spring. Release the bottom bolt, and then you have the room to just move this around. Right now I'm working on taking out the last bolt holding the strut. See how it just falls right out? Okay. So now everything that's supposed to get removed is gone. Now we just gotta put everything back together. Look at this, like completely cooked. It's not supposed to do that, I'll tell you that. I don't even know if these are factory or not. but definitely seeing better days. You're not even supposed to be able to compress it with your hand that easily. And that's exactly what's happening right here. So we're gonna disassemble it and then reassemble the new strut. Alright, so I finished putting everything back together. One thing I did notice with these coilovers, they didn't come with any shield to protect the strut while it's going up and down. So I'm definitely gonna have to buy those separately and then put them on. But for right now, it's good. Everything is put back together as it should be. Rear, coilovers, complete. Now we move on to the fronts. Okay, so now we're currently on the driver's side. Already took out the sway bar. It is a 17mm nut, and you gotta have something to hold the back of the sway bar so it doesn't spin while you're trying to take it off. As you can see, this sway bar is definitely cooked. So add it to the list of things that I need to buy and replace. But yeah, now the next step is this 18mm bolt that sits right here. And once you take that out, the whole assembly will just drop down, and then you'll be able to take off these three 13mm. Once you take those off, the whole strut assembly is gonna just come right out. So that's what we're gonna work on right now. Now I'm gonna work on removing the top three 13mm nuts, because as you can see, everything is already loose down here. It's no longer inside the knuckle. Just don't want it to freaking damage the brake line.
Yep. That's done.
Okay.
That ain't gonna look too bad.
No, this is definitely bad. Look at this. Yeah, this shit is cooked.
Okay, no.
The boot is cooked. Everything cooked.
Yeah, the boot definitely cooked.
Like all this oil is coming from the strut. Look at that. Dunzo. New strut is in. I definitely do have to get a new one because this one is too tall for the coilovers. So I'm gonna have to get lowering sway bar end links or adjustable, either one. But this how we looking. Everything is bolted up. I put the 18mm back in along with the three 13mm. So now the driver's side is done for right now. Can move on to the passenger side. In my 21 years on this earth, I never yet seen a sway bar come apart like this. Like, it's completely cooked. It just completely snapped off. But I gotta replace them anyways. And now I don't have to worry about taking off the sway bar because it removed itself. So now we're gonna work on removing the 18mm for the knuckle and the three 13mm on top. Just took out the strut for the passenger side. Cooked. So definitely gotta replace those. But that's not stopping nothing. I'm about to reassemble the new strut, throw it in, and then put everything back together until I get the adjustable sway bar end links and the dust boot cover for the rear. This is how we're looking on the passenger front. Currently taking out the sway bar end link, at least what's left of it. If you see my setup, this is how I had to do it. I put the vice grip through the lower control arm and hold the ball for the sway bar end link because the whole thing was just moving up. Like, it was moving up like this because the other side is also disconnected, so there wasn't any tension on the sway bar. Had to makeshift something and make it happen. Sway bar end links are completely cooked, like done up. And that's on both sides. This is from the driver's side. I ended up cutting it because I didn't feel like fighting with it. And then I put a vice grip on this just to hold it while I take off the nut. I'm currently gonna adjust the passenger side. Already did the driver's side. I did 6 turns just to start for a baseline. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna twist this down all the way. I'm gonna mark it right here. And every time it comes around, that's gonna be 1 turn. So let me get that done and then get back with y'all. So I decided to just patch the rear driver's side wheel just so I don't have to worry about buying a tire right now. Definitely have to change it, but I can slow down the process of me doing so by just patching it. This is what came out the tire. I'm not sure what this is, honestly, but it was enough to cause a flat. So I'm gonna put that in the tool bag so I don't cause another flat on the Audi or the BMW. Get that out the way. Now I can put some air in this tire and then patch it up. I only have 1 left. I'm gonna have to re-up and get some more. Let's make this one count. So you put this inside the tool, just like that, halfway. I'm gonna put some more air in the tire. I'm gonna put some rubber cement. Now I'm gonna insert the patch. Gotta push it in all the way till you see a little piece sticking out. And then you quickly grab it out. Just like that. Nice, quick, easy, and efficient. As you can see, no more leaks. So I'm gonna cut off all the excess. Had to get a razor blade because the pliers wasn't doing it for me. Just like that. That's good enough. So now we can put the proper amount of air in it and then check it. Tester valve.
I gotta run. I gotta take this off for you. Hello? That's okay.
Only 20. I'm gonna add some more. Okay, 35. That's good. Not trying to go overboard because the tire is bad. It's dry rotting, but at least now it's holding air. Time to throw it back on. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this episode on the E46. Did a lot to the car, but we still have a lot more to do. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.